Live from Bethesda, Maryland, where the winters are hard and the cookies are soft. This is the Robert Dyer Channel Christmas Countdown 2022. And now, a man who's drinking a shot for every white people joke by the host of the Grammys, Robert Dyer. Hi everybody, Robert Dyer, and welcome to the Robert Dyer Channel Christmas Countdown, where today, as I mentioned earlier in the countdown, along with the top Christmas related products, the countdown also includes any of the interesting new products that come out during the countdown, as I would review all during the rest of the year. And I have a very special product here, a brand new soda, and you might say that it's slightly Christmas related in that it's got some green packaging and it has a star theme like the Christmas star. And this is the new lemon lime soda from Pepsi that I guess they're quite obviously trying to find a new competitor for Sprite, and this is Starry. And I'm not really big on lemon lime sodas, I have to say right from the beginning. I've mentioned before I have a lot of nostalgia about certain times I've had Sprite when I was younger, some memories I have of it, but it's not a drink that I usually get. But it seems like colas are usually the most refreshing, or a Mountain Dew variant of some kind. And I tend to like 7-Up a little more than Sprite. So I did like the Mountain Dew Lemon Lime that they put out, what was that, a couple years ago maybe? So I don't know if that provided any inspiration for this, but I will say that in terms of the branding and the packaging, I like this a lot more than any other lemon lime soda, just from a visual standpoint. Okay, so let's take a closer look at the packaging here. And I do like this packaging as well as the appearance of the bottle in this form. You do have, of course, the, I guess you could say, a lime colored cap there. And the overall appearance is of a crystal clear soda. And then you have this, I like this logo a lot. I'm kind of getting sort of a combination of Las Vegas and Ocean City, Maryland vibes from this logo and this name. You have the star there in the center of the S. It's a little bit of a retro font, and the overall image is sort of like a neon sign maybe that you would see like a Stardust Hotel or Stardust Motel, depending on the situation. And then you have a little star here at the top of the label, right over the S. Some more down here, so I like the stylized appearance of this and the retro sort of aesthetic. And here you have the nutrition facts. I don't know how well they're showing up. Probably the one negative about this color scheme on here is that it makes this hard to read, especially through the camera lens. But you have sugars of 65 grams of sugar, so it's not exactly a low sugar drink. It's a standard soda and 0% juice, but it does claim natural flavors, so let's take a look here. It does have high fructose corn syrup, but the flavors it says are natural, so we'll see how that helps. And bottled in Purchase, New York. Now if you watch my channel, you know a number of Pepsi sodas that I've gotten have been bottled there, so interesting to see that pop up again. So let's go ahead and open this up. There she blows. And I have this cooled to the precise temperature of 33 degrees in my Mountain Dew cooler. Some people have a wine cooler. I have a Mountain Dew cooler. And the aroma, well, to me, it's leaning a little more towards 7-Up than Sprite. But definitely, if you put it under your nose with a blindfold on, you would definitely know it was a lemon lime soda. So it's not that exciting, but they got the aroma correct. Now let's pour this into the finest bachelor's glassware. And you can see what we got here. And first, let me get that cap back on, because the only thing worse than cold French fries is a flat soda. So now this is giving me Schweppes club soda vibes. It is absolutely crystal clear, which is usually appealing. And you can see quite carbonated. I would argue more carbonated than Mountain Dew, at least in appearance. The aroma, it is frankly there's a little hint of ginger ale in that aroma. But let's go ahead and see how it tastes. Yeah, I think in flavor as well, it's sort of leaning towards the 7-Up end of the spectrum. A lot more dry and crisp, whereas you know Sprite is a little more of a syrupy, got more of like an aftertaste to it as well. Definitely seems like a soda that you would use for mixing drinks as well, because it's got a very distinct lemon lime flavor, but it's not so overpowering that I think it's going to mix well with other things. But it's kind of amazing to me that it can be that much sugar and it does not taste as sweet as a Mountain Dew, or I mean, I think this has got more sugar than a Coca-Cola, if I'm not mistaken. Surprised that it is not much sweeter than it is. Bob, you better have a bottle of that ready, because the 3 kings of Orient are have already seen the star. They've already been to Bethlehem, and quite frankly, they're looking for something else to do. And they saw the star of Starry, and they said, let's go to America, where they have the new Starry soda. They're bearing gifts of gold, Frankenstein, and David Muir. Oh no, they're at the door. I mean, they might turn into a piece of paper and go right under the door. They're coming in no matter what. They're gonna come in like an American werewolf in London if you don't have a bottle of this soda standing by. You better get right with the Lord. Turn or burn. Turn or burn. Well, I'll say that I think that this is a pretty good attempt by Pepsi. I am a little bit disappointed that, well, I think the packaging, the branding, the logos, the font, you know, I get this impression like I'm either driving down the strip in Vegas or I'm driving up the street in Ocean City with all the hotel signs. Unfortunately, the Stardust Hotel is no longer in existence in Ocean City, but that's the sort of vibe that this gives, and I think they should. The two things I'd recommend is, first of all, get some merchandise with this logo on it. I'd like some shirts or hoodies or something with that on it. So definitely give whoever was in the art design department needs to get a raise for this, and whoever came up with the name and the packaging. That is all 5 stars out of 5 in my book. And you know, if I was just looking at a vending machine and I saw Sprite and 7-Up and I see this logo, I just want to push the button simply because of the logo. Now, was the soda itself, did it live up to the level of the logo? Not quite. I will say that what they've got here, it's better than Sprite in my opinion, but if you are addicted to Sprite, you may not like this as much because it doesn't duplicate the qualities of Sprite really. It's more of a 7-Up type drink. And I think the other recommendation I would make for them is start looking into some flavor variations, things you can add, because like I said, this is going to mix well if you're making cocktails, but also I think it would benefit from having a little extra something that's missing here. And I say that mainly as someone who's not that big on the lemon lime sodas. It's sort of like ginger ale. It's good, it's refreshing, but if I've got all the choices in front of me, I'm going to pick up a Pepsi or a Mountain Dew, a Coke, an RC Cola, Dr. Pepper. I find those all much more refreshing, as well as the various Mountain Dews, so this would not be my first choice if I was parched, but I think it would be in many ways my first choice if I was looking for a lemon lime soda. If I was going purely on taste, I think they're pretty close to 7-Up with this. 7-Up may be just a little better, and how much of that is my nostalgia, I don't know. But I'm going to say, for what they've got here, and it seems like they've had a tough time with the Sierra Mist trying to compete in this market. I think it would benefit from some flavor variations in the future, so I think because of this great packaging, if this just was a generic type label on here and didn't have this great logo and everything, if I wasn't getting those Las Vegas, Ocean City vibes, this would probably be a solid, satisfactory 3 stars out of 5, but that packaging is going to bump it up to 4 stars out of 5. So I hope you like this video. Share it with your friends. Please subscribe, and I'll see you next time on this Christmas countdown. Bye, everybody.